Today we are going to look at 10 historical events that shaped the modern world. Stick around to find out. Let's start with number 1, the fall of the Roman Empire. In 476 AD, the Western Roman Empire drew its final breath when the Germanic chieftain Odoacer deposed the last Roman emperor. This moment didn't just close the chapter on one of history's most powerful empires, it signaled a transformation that would redefine Europe for centuries to come. Rome, once the heart of a vast and mighty civilization, had been eroding from within. Fragmented leadership, crushing economic woes, a strained military spread too thin, and a population that no longer believed in the system all played a role in its demise. But Rome's fall wasn't simply the end of an era, it was the dawn of a new world. As centralized imperial power faded, Europe began to shift toward fragmented rule under feudal lords. At the same time, the rise of Christianity, and especially the growing authority of the papacy, stepped in to fill the void, reshaping the spiritual and political landscape of the continent for generations.
Number 2.
The signing of the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, is often seen as the origin of modern democracy. At the time, England's King John ruled with unchecked power, until frustrated barons, burdened by taxes and weak leadership, forced him to give up some control. This medieval document would go on to inspire key democratic ideas like fair trials and rule of law, shaping systems of government for centuries to come.
Number 3.
The Gutenberg printing press. In 1440, Johannes Gutenberg set something unstoppable in motion. With the printing of the Bible, he didn't just create a machine, he ignited a revolution. Until then, books were rare treasures, copied by hand and locked away from the common people. But Gutenberg's press shattered that barrier. Knowledge, once hoarded by the few, began flooding into the hands of the many, and with it came a tidal wave of change, fueling the Protestant Reformation, reshaping languages, and forever altering the course of human history.
Number 4.
The arrival of Columbus. Discovery of the Americas. In 1492, an expedition led by Christopher Columbus, funded by the Spanish crown, set out in search of a faster route to Asia. Instead, it resulted in the unexpected encounter between Europe and the Americas. This event became a turning point in world history, connecting the Eastern and Western hemispheres for the first time and initiating a vast exchange of goods, ideas, languages, and cultures. While it opened the door to global interaction and transformation, it also led to devastating consequences, including the colonization of indigenous populations and the beginning of the transatlantic slave trade.
Number 5.
The Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 1700s, completely transformed the way people lived and worked. What started in Britain soon spread across the globe, turning rural towns into booming industrial cities. Machines took over jobs once done by hand, and factories became the engines of progress. Inventions like the steam engine and spinning jenny revolutionized transportation and manufacturing, leading to faster production and global trade. But this rapid growth came at a cost. Poor working conditions, child labor and pollution became widespread. Despite the downsides, the Industrial Revolution sparked the modern age. It laid the foundation for everything from modern economies and urban life to the technologies we rely on today. Number 6. The American Revolution. The American Revolution sparked the birth of a new nation. In 1776, the 13 colonies declared independence from Britain, rejecting taxation without representation. The war that followed became a symbol of freedom and self-rule. America's victory inspired global democratic movements from France to Latin America. And from that struggle, the US Constitution was born, setting the stage for modern democracy.
Number 7.
The French Revolution. In 1789, France erupted into chaos. The people were starving, the monarchy was out of touch, and the nation was drowning in debt. What started as protests over bread quickly turned into one of the most radical uprisings in history, the French Revolution. The king and queen were executed, the old social order was torn apart, and for the first time, the idea took hold that power should come from the people, not birthright. Out of the bloodshed came something powerful, modern democracy. The revolution inspired human rights movements, helped shape constitutions around the world, and proved that ordinary people could topple kings. Liberty, equality, and fraternity. 3 words that still echo today.
Number 8. World War I. World War I transformed our world, setting humanity on a dramatically different path. Known as the Great War, it ended centuries-old empires like Austria-Hungary, Russia, and the Ottoman Empire, redrawing the global map and birthing new nations. The devastating toll, millions of lives lost, led to deep economic instability and widespread social unrest. This upheaval gave rise to radical political ideologies, fueling the rise of communism in Russia and laying fertile ground for fascism in Germany and Italy, ultimately paving the road to World War II. The war also revolutionized technology, introducing new weapons, aviation advancements, and medical breakthroughs that shaped future conflicts. On a diplomatic level, it prompted the creation of the League of Nations, the first ever global organization aimed at preventing future wars. Though it ultimately failed, the League laid crucial groundwork for today's United Nations. In short, World War I wasn't merely a historical event, it reshaped political boundaries, ideologies, technology, and diplomacy, creating the modern world we know today.
Number 9. World War II.
World War II wasn't just a battle. It was history's deadliest conflict, with estimated 70 to 85 million fatalities. Ending in 1945, it gave rise to the United Nations, created to prevent future global conflicts. The war triggered the Cold War, splitting the globe between Soviet and American influence, fueling a space race and technological innovations like computers and jet engines. Economically devastated Europe received aid through America's Marshall Plan, rebuilding its cities and industries. It also sparked movements against colonialism, granting independence to nations worldwide. Socially, the horrors of war reinforced human rights awareness, leading to international standards against genocide and crimes against humanity. In essence, the echoes of World War II continue to define our world today.
And finally, number 10. The creation of the Internet. In the late 20th century, the birth of the Internet ignited a global revolution unlike any other. Originally created as a tool for secure military communication, it quickly expanded into a universal network connecting billions worldwide. The Internet dismantled borders, redefining how we communicate, learn, and conduct business. Information became instantly accessible, fostering an era of unprecedented knowledge sharing and innovation. It reshaped economies, enabled rapid technological advancements, and gave rise to entirely new industries like e-commerce and social media. Today, this digital phenomenon influences nearly every aspect of daily life, continuously evolving and setting humanity on a path toward an interconnected future. The Internet didn't just change the world, it transformed the very fabric of our society. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history's most influential moments. If you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss what's next. Did we leave out an event you think deserves recognition? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring history.